Greetings and welcome. Today I'll be demonstrating an agent-based model for non-motorized boats at a wild and scenic river found in the eastern United States. So we used NetLogo to develop the model, and I'll be showing you how the model works. So just to give you some context, there are a number of key input parameters that we used, and they include boat counts from strategically placed field cameras, the average speed of boats from GPS devices that were issued out on site, and the average acceptable crowding thresholds for boating that were derived from field survey work. So there are a number of agent rules that were used to develop the model, and more details about these rules can be found in the accompanying manuscript. So I'll give you a quick overview of the buttons and sliders on the NetLogo interface, and the first button is the setup button. So if you hit the setup button, it populates the river shapefile, and from the northernmost point to the southernmost point, it's approximately 34 river miles, and there are a number of boat launches that are located along this particular river. So the other button we have here is the non-peak day button, and when you select this button, it calls a function in the code that assigns the average hourly boat distribution for a typical weekday, so Monday through Friday. If you select the peak day button, it calls a function in the code that assigns the average hourly boat distribution for a typical weekend or holiday. So for this particular slider we have down here, at its current position, if you were to run the model, it will call the function in the code that assigns the number of boats being launched at current boat use levels. This can be increased by 25%, 50%, 75%, or even 100%. So I'll just put it back to the current use levels for now. So the model has been set up to run between 8 a.m. in the morning till 7 p.m. and this can be monitored down here, and we have a graph here that will be monitoring how boats enter and exit from the model. So just to give you a quick run, we will select the peak day distribution and hit the run simulation button. So a quick side note is that we have increased the size of the boats, which you can see here in orange, so that they are visible to us. However, if you are to run this simulation, you probably need to put the slider all the way back to where you have the average size of non-motorized boat. So once the simulation gets to 7 p.m., the simulation run is complete and everything is exited from the model. So let's just do another example. So we'll have to clear everything out, and this time let us increase the boat use levels to, let's say, 50%. So let's click the setup button to populate the shapefile, and let's use the peak day distribution again, and let us run the simulation. So another thing to note is that the boats will be traveling downstream, and this depicts the movement or the typical movement of non-motorized boats. So if we had motorized boats in the model, then we probably would have instances where boats will be going upstream. So the simulation has come to an end at 7 p.m. and you can run different simulation based on whatever distribution you want to measure, or if it's a peak day or a non-peak day. So thank you for watching.